Greetings, welcome back to Acadian Comics. I'm your host, James Fondren, and this is a new episode of Comics Hall. This is Comics Hall episode 41, I believe. So, yesterday was New Comics Day. Today is Thursday, March 6th. So, this was as of March. This was what was in the store as New Comics as of March 5th, Wednesday, March 5th. Yesterday was New Comics Day. So, here we go. And let me just start off by saying, generally speaking, if you're in New York City and you go to like Midtown Comics, they're going to have everything, absolutely everything. But your smaller, like borough-based shops, your mom and pop places, locally owned places, well, smaller comic book shops, they're not there. There's a big problem right now with getting books, and it's not their fault. It has to do with what happened with Diamond and their bankruptcy issue and what's going on with that and transferring. I asked my local comic book shop owner, I said, hey, well, are you guys going to be okay with the Diamond stuff going on? And they said, yeah, we're going to be all right. But there's a delay. So New Comics Day is always Wednesday, but sometimes they don't get books until Thursday. And then sometimes it's not even Friday. So I remember I wanted to get like last week or the week before. I think it was last week or the week before last. They had Aliens vs Avengers #3, and I wanted to get that comic and I wanted cover A. Well, they only had a variant cover, so I ended up having to go to Midtown to get cover A for that because I do like the story. It's okay. It's sort of an event. I don't know if it's an event book, but it's sort of just a thing. What if superheroes, the Marvel superheroes were exposed and had to fight aliens and the xenomorphs and face huggers and all that. So anyway, I'm going off the path here. I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but what you're going to see here is in this stack that I have in this haul for Comics Hall episode 41. Generally, I like to stick to like Image stuff and independent stuff, but I do get a lot of Marvel stuff too, depending on if it seems interesting or not. And I think it'll be interesting for people to see what I actually have here and like what I'm getting. So there was a whole list. Like they had like some white sheets of paper on like the rack or on the wall actually, and they said these are all the books that are going to be late and they're not coming in. And I just looked at that. I'm like, damn, like that's a lot of books, So anyway, let's get right into it. And it's fallout from the whole Diamond thing, and they're gonna have to adjust to that. And I think the books that they're getting, I think they're gonna get them fulfilled by Penguin Random House, and they're just gonna take that process over completely. So they're switching from Diamond completely to Penguin Random House, and they'll be doing their like fulfillment to get the books into the shops, into their, at least my local comic book shop. In time for a New Comics Day every week. So, all right, here we go. So this is issue number 4 of Hyde Street. I got the first issue, and this is an interesting story. I kind of like it. Let me move this stack over a little bit. It has to do with these people that do something terrible, and then they get caught up in this Hyde Street like alternate dimension. Look how they just like put this in here. The actual art, they just put it in there, and rather than like try to recreate it, they put it in there. Interesting. But anyway, they get sucked up into this thing, and something happens, and they go to like this alternate dimension where it's called Hyde Street, and they have to like, they get teleported, and then they have to like basically do these jobs for this manager, it's crazy stuff. But I think I might get the trade paperback of this when it comes out, but I like the art. It's pretty cool. I would say in Ghost Machine, I would say it's Geiger, Rook, then this book here, and then maybe what's the other book? It is, I'm losing my bearings here. Redcoat, yeah. And I'm not even following this book. or this one. But anyway, that's issue 4 of Hyde Street. I'll probably still read it even though I'm way, way behind on this. I only have I'm missing the 2 issues between this one and the first issue. Star Wars Jedi Knights. So I picked this up. It's number 1. There are a ton of Star Wars comics Marvel's putting out, and they've been putting them out for 10 years. Kind of hard to believe that Disney was sold off and Marvel's been making. I remember when it was announced that Marvel was making and Dark Horse was out. I remember going to Barnes and Noble and getting trade paperbacks of Star Wars comics, but they're bringing in like the expanded universe and legacy stuff, so I might get a trade paperback of that, especially like Shadows of the Empire, Dark Empire stuff. We'll see. They're printing that, but I have that. I already have that in loose copies. But yeah, I mean, it looks okay. I mean, the story looks fine. I mean, it's no worse than that Darth Maul comic I was reading. But yeah, look, the trade paperback of this already. Just him like in that that I don't know if it's issue 2 or what, or issue 3. I don't remember, but there's that scene where he's hiding up in the air shaft and he looks like a cat. It's something about the way that looked. I couldn't stop laughing. Darth Maul, black, white, and red. Yeah. So here's Liam Neeson down here. I mean, Qui-Gon Jinn. And this is all pre-Phantom Menace stuff. So there's kind of a cool scene where, I like the ships. I like how they've rendered out the ships. I mean, they have reference for this stuff, so they should be doing a good job with the ships, but they have reference for everything because these are actors and all that. So, at the end of the day, it's, yeah. But yeah. But he doesn't really look like Samuel L. Jackson. That guy. Everyone loves doing this. Having the guy sitting in the chair. This is so comic book right here. Having that scene, the guy sitting in the chair. But no, there's a scene at the end of this book where Obi-Wan has like a vision. This is what I thought was cool. He has like a vision, and he's like, "Oh, well, Qui-Gon's gonna die fighting somebody. I saw a vision. He's gonna die." Here, well, he didn't see that Darth Maul was gonna kill him. Okay, whatever. It's a comic book. I'll give it a pass. So that's Star Wars Jedi Knights number 1. I don't even know what cover it is. I don't know if it's cover A or not, but whatever. One World Under Doom. Like, I got the first issue of Doom, and I haven't even read it yet, but I thought this would look pretty cool. Doctor Strange of Asgard. All right, let's flip through this a little bit. Let's see. Okay, I like this panel here. I like this too. It really gives us a sense of scale where they are, and now they can get into like the more up close details and everything. Interesting. Oh look, Predator vs. Spider-Man number 1, April. I'll get it. I'll get it. Don't worry, I'll get it. That's Doctor Strange of Asgard. Now this is what I thought was interesting. Like now, it's like the new books aren't in, but for whatever reason they had the new facsimiles in, and this is a facsimile of the very first issue of Fantastic Four. Jack Kirby artwork, and I just thought, oh, I've got to check this out, and because I don't have my own copy, but I just think that this is it. This is quintessential comic book. It's so easy to read, like it's so clear, it's just so well done. You know what's going on. It's really great, good stuff. I can see it. I can read everything. There's no ambiguity with this at all. It's perfectly executed with Kirby. And this is the origin story of the Fantastic Four. Will you work Saturday and Sundays for $5 to $20 extra? I like this. Cool. This is where they name themselves at the bottom here. It says, "I'm calling myself the Human Torch, and I'm with you all the way. Same goes for me, Invisible Girl. There's only one still missing, Ben. It ain't Ben anymore. I'm what Susan called me, the Thing, and I'll call myself Mr. Fantastic. And so was born the Fantastic Four. From that moment on, the world would never again be the same. Good stuff, you know. Mole Man. Fantastic Four meet Mole Man. You know, it's great. It's great. It's great storytelling. It's just so good. Somebody, I mean, think about making this and creating this when it was new, you know? Mole Man's Secret. Anyway, that's Fantastic Four #1. And I got to take this out of the thing. I thought this was cool too. Like, check that out. Now, I started watching Daredevil Born Again, and I thought, oh, this would be, and this is why they reprinted this, and they did a facsimile for this because of the show, get people interested. So at least Marvel's self-promoting Marvel in the comic shops in a way. They put things out that are, relevant to other media that's out there. So like when Captain America 4 came out, Brave New World, they had Captain America 4 Brave New World comics in the comic shop. I didn't buy any. But I thought, okay, this is a facsimile of the first issue of Daredevil. And again, it's just fantastic. It is really good. Bill Everett. You know, it's the way they show action. Look how he's got him here and he's throwing him there. It's just some really good poses. This is quintessential comic books right here. Quintessential. It's just classic good stuff. It makes you feel good looking at it, you know, reading it. And here's the origin of Daredevil. Matt Murdock getting the accident, being exposed to some radioactive material. He's blind, but now he has these abilities, and he's honing those abilities. And this is what we're familiar with. This is his sense of hearing, his smell, his fingers, his taste. All of his senses have been increased. My senses are far more powerful to compensate for my blindness. So this is just classic stuff right here. This is great classic storytelling. That, you know, look at Daredevil. And you know what I like? And I agree 100%. I like the red. And oh, that's kind of cool. Like, I like the red vest and trunks, and then yellow hood, sleeves, and pants. I think that really looks cool. I wish they would do that. That would be so bold. Like, this is great right here. Great action here. Look at this. Look at all this. This is good. This is good. Amazing stuff. Look, he throws that because he's calling for like backup or something. Now this is cool. This is all right. I'm gonna look at this for a second. Look at Daredevil. So he gets pushed out the window. The flagpole alongside me. Only one chance. He gets this with a stick, flips over the flagpole, flies back into the window, kicks the guy who just pushed him out the window. That is freaking awesome. And it's so simple, but it's not. It's not so simple. It had to be thought and executed and done. And it's just done so beautifully and well. And that's just classic stuff right there. So some more ads. Unmasked by Dr. Octopus. Look at that. That's classic. Yeah. But just that costume for Daredevil, it looks great. It looks really good. And it pops. It's like it's supposed to pop, and it pops. Look, he's down in the subway. See, there's Matt Murdock, and then his shadow is Daredevil. Really great. Really great. And I just chuckled at this. Boys, men, I'll help you master Yubi Waza. Yubi Waza. Is anyone doing Yubi Waza these days? Anyway. Yep. That's Daredevil, #1, the facsimile. And then I just picked this. I'm not going to open all these. I got this for somebody else. Let's see. Let's see here. This is Batman 526. This is something that I got when I was a kid, sent to me at summer camp. And this is What If Mickey and Friends Became Avengers. They're doing a lot of these like Mickey books, you know. So I think I already have an issue of this, and this is not a new comic, but this is #5 of Absolute Batman. I guess in the first volume of Absolute Batman. So I got to catch up on Absolute Batman. And then I picked up some new 52 Batman The Dark Knight. It's got David Finch, you know, some David Finch art here. And did Finch do the cover? Probably. He probably did this cover. Yeah. Daredevil Reborn. I thought, okay, I'll check that out. You know, it starts off, he's like in the Southwest, and he doesn't even get in the Daredevil suit in the first issue. I already opened it. DC Comics Essentials. This is just some excerpts from The Dark Knight Returns. All $1 a piece, you know. DC Universe Rebirth. Batman, #24. Some Finch work here. And this is David Finch too. You can see his signature down here. Batman 24. DC Rebirth. Look at David Finch and Catwoman. I mean, I'm not David Finch, Catwoman. Batman and Catwoman, drawn by David Finch. So that's it. That is this edition of Comics Haul #41. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel. And I will catch you right here next time at Acadian Comics.